Okay, good. So, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Good evening. I can see Faris Becker and Yazan, Wafa and Ryan. How are you? So you can see that we still have 3 boys and I think 1 girl. That's new. Soon your friends are going to join us, okay? So I can see that you can hear me very well, right? Good, wonderful. Our lesson tonight is actually important, and it is, as you can see here on the board, it is vocabulary and grammar. So we'll start with some vocabulary and then we'll go off to the grammar. Okay? So our objectives for tonight is that we have 3 main objectives, which is number 1, to distinguish between words easily confused, and to revise the use of the present simple and the present progressive. So the first part, which is about we need to know how to make differences between some words that are confusing, like try out and try on. What is the difference between these 2 words? Okay, that is an example. And wafa, yes, is like this. So we'll start with how we know some words so we cannot mix between them. So we have to know the difference between, for example, try out or try on. There's a big difference between these words. So we're going to have an example of these words together, and this is, a collection from 3 books: Flying High, Mega Goal, and The Traveler. And the second objective is we need to know the present simple and the present progressive, when we use the present simple and when we use the present progressive. These are actually 2 main objectives for the lesson. So are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Okay, now let's go and see how we can mix between vocabulary. All right, good, Wafa, now you got it. So words easily confused, or some words that are confusing. Okay, let's take an example of a list of words like the following. Okay, circle or underline the word that best completes each sentence. So now we need the meaning. For example, number 1, when I go to a restaurant, you go to a restaurant to eat, I always like to try on or try out something different on the menu. So when you go to the restaurant, you always try to try something new. So it is confusing actually, try on or try out. These 2 words are confusing because the same verb, try and try, but the difference is here in the preposition on or out. So what do you think? Ryan says it's just try out. So when I go to the restaurant, I always like to try out something different on the menu. Why not try on? You don't know. Actually, if you look in a dictionary, you can see the meaning of the words, which is different. Okay? If you look up in a dictionary, to try out something, it means to taste something new, to examine, to experience something new. And try on, we use it for clothes. Okay? We use it for clothes. When we buy new clothes, we say try on. It means try to put it on you and try it. So of course, now we're talking about restaurant, so we're trying out, we try out something different on the menu. Okay, is that clear? So it depends on the dictionary and on the meaning. Is that clear? It's somehow, yes, like your answer. Yes, that's right. That's very easy. It depends on the meaning, and it depends if you want to get the meaning, you have to go to the dictionary, okay? So, of course, Ryan, you feel it, all right, through the context. So when I go to a restaurant, I always like to try out something different on the meaning. Let's try number 2. Anna asked the shop assistant if he could try on or try out the black sandals. You know, sandals is like a light shoes like Saudis wear. Yes, now you see it's about trying on, is to put on something in your, yes, Ryan, Wafa, and Yazan. What about Faris? That's right. We try on, okay, we try on the black sandals. We try on the black jacket. We try on the white t-shirt. Okay, it means here to wear. Yes, Yazan. Good. Now let's see number 3. The Spring Festival will take part or will take place in the park. Now we have take part and take place. Take part means to do something, and take place, it means happen. So which one do you take for this? The Spring Festival will take part or will take place in the park? It's take place. It's going to happen, okay? It's going to happen. Good, Yazan and Ryan. All right. What about now number 4? Would you ever take part, participate, or take place, happen in a sports competition? Ryan says it's take part now. Yes, Wafa, that's right. It's to take part in a sports competition. Okay, yes, Yazan. 5. The organizers wait or expect. Okay, the organizers wait or expect that more than 5,000 people will attend the festival. What do you think? Now it's clear. Now that the meaning is different. There's a big difference between wait and expect. Yes, that's right, Yazan, Wafa, and Ryan. What about Faris? They expect 5,000 people to come. Okay? They guess. Expect or guess. Yes, Faris, thank you. Now let's go on. We have been here for 30 minutes. I can't wait any longer, or I cannot expect any longer. Yes, Ryan, Wafa, Yazan, thank you. That's right. Very beautiful. That's very easy for you. See, I got a lot of dull fears here. What about Paris? You need to do it very quickly. So we're waiting for 30 minutes. We can't wait anymore or any longer. Now, foreigners and strangers need a visa to enter the country. Foreigners or strangers? Foreigners and strangers almost have the same meaning. But foreigners, it means people from different countries. But strangers, someone you don't know at all. And sometimes strangers are dangerous. So we say foreigners need a visa to enter the country, not strangers. Okay? Strangers, people you don't know at all. All right? Now, let's see number 8. Good. Let's see number 8. It is common for mothers to tell their children not to talk to foreigners or not to talk to strangers. Yes, Ryan. Yes, Yazan. Good. You don't talk to strangers. Strangers most of the time are dangerous. Or you don't have to talk to them because you don't know them. 9. Linda has a bad habit or a bad custom of not turning off the TV when she is not watching. So you think it's a custom or a habit? Wafa says it's a habit. It's a bad habit. If you don't watch the TV, you can turn it off. So here we got Wafa, Yazan, and Ryan says habit with a B. Okay, that's a bad habit. Let's see number 10. Giving someone a gift on their graduation is a common habit or a common custom in most countries. So when you graduate, you finish your education, you got a big certificate. It's a custom. It's a custom. It's a custom in most of the countries. Like it's a custom in Saudi Arabia. I think one of the customs in Saudi Arabia is to take off your shoes before you enter the house. That's a Saudi custom. And if you are a guest, it's a Saudi custom that they, give you the dates, the Saudi coffee, the tea, and if you're going to stay more, they're going to give you a good dinner or lunch. Also, it's a Saudi custom, you have to taste kefsa also. It's a Saudi custom that, let me say, I have a strange custom, which is if you name your daughter or your son on his uncle's name, okay, then you can get a gold from his father or mother. I think it's something like this. So if I am married and I have a daughter, my daughter is Layla, and my aunt or my sister-in-law is Layla, so if I call her Layla, her family should bring me some gold or some money, something like this. Okay? So it's a custom in most of the countries to give you gifts. Now we finish with the vocabulary. Let's go to something a little bit more confusing actually for most of the students. They always say, oh teacher, is it simple present or is it present continuous or present progressive? So I say, I work every day or I am working every day. Which one do you choose? We need to know when we use the simple present and when we use the present continuous. So this is a simple present slideshow, and it's a very wonderful one. So if you look here, we use the simple present, okay? We use the simple present to describe permanent situation, something true for a long time, okay? For example, Ryan lives in London, Yazan lives in Riyadh, Wafa lives in Jeddah, okay? So these examples are actually how to describe permanent situations, situations that are always true or true for a long time. Hello, Abdul Karim, thanks for joining us. It's just a little bit late, but you are in London. Okay, good. So this is an example for when we use actually the present simple. It is an example for when we use the present simple. Another example is to describe related or habitual actions, and we call them repeated actions. Actions that you do almost every day. For example, he wakes up at 7:30 every morning. And we all wake up at 6 o'clock every morning. Okay? So this is number 2 to when we use the present simple. Number 3, we use the simple present to talk about general truth or scientific facts, like water boils at 100 centigrade. Water also freezes at 0 centigrade. The sun rises from the east and sets in the west. Wood floats on water. See, we always use the simple present. So we use the simple present for permanent situations. We use the simple present for repeated actions or habitual actions. And we use the simple present for facts or general truth. Am I right? Okay, is that clear? Okay. Now I want you to remember that in Arabic, our language, okay, our beautiful language, it's so easy for the tenses. We only have one present, one past, and one infinitive in general. So one present, one past, that's very easy, but the problem in English, we have 4 presents, 4 pasts, 2 or 3 continuous, 4 or 5 in the future. So we have more than 12 different tenses. And we have tenses that we don't use in Arabic. So this is why 90% of Arab students, they have a problem with the tenses because they don't use them in Arabic. You have to think about them in English. Yes, we have present perfect continuous, and we have also passives and past continuous, present continuous, simple present, present perfect, and so on. So we have too many. So when we study any tense, we have to know, number one, when to use the tense. So if I say present, you have 4 present. You have simple present, you have present perfect, you have present continuous, and you have present perfect continuous. So you tell me, okay, teacher, I have 4 present. What? Shall I pick number 1, present simple or present continuous? No. You have to know when we use the simple present, when we use the present continuous, and when we use the present perfect and present perfect continuous, and so on. This is very important to learn any example of these. Now, I want you to give me example about the simple present that is used for permanent situations. Okay, I want a sentence. Hello, Ashraf, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Please come on time next time. All right, now I want you to think, okay, about a sentence and use the sentence in the present simple. And it should be describing a permanent situation or a long fact or something true for a long time, like Barry lives in London. Maybe he lived 10 years ago. Now he's living in, and maybe he's going to live for another 20 years. I don't know, or 1 year, or maybe for his whole life. Think now. Good, Brian. That's okay. I love food. That's a very simple sentence. I love food. That's a permanent situation. You will always love food. And we all love, we all love food because we need it to survive. Yes, then you should start with a capital letter, so Ryan, but that's okay. Ahmed studies English in America. Beautiful. That's a good example. So maybe he started last year, and maybe he's going to stay there for another 5 years. Very good examples. Now, what about the second way to use the present simple, which is to describe a habitual action, something we do every day? That's a habitual action, repeated action, something we do every day. Like we do something 5 times a day. We do something 5 times a day at the mosque, or maybe there's a reason we can do it at the house. What is it? I sleep. No S, okay? S is with he, she, it, all right? I sleep at 10:30 every day, all right? I sleep. We sleep, you sleep, they sleep. But we add S when we have he, she, it. He sleeps, she sleeps, it sleeps. Okay, just be careful. Yes, another example. Where is Wafa? Where is the Dafur Yazan? Ashraf, you come here for nothing? Oh, Wafa, I didn't see her. He wakes up early every day. Now this works here. Now this works here. Okay, this works here. I have my lunch at 3 p.m. every day. Okay, very good sentences. Thank you. Now let's go to explain that again. In the present simple, we use I work, you work, they work, we work, and we add S when we start the sentence with he, she, it. So we say he works, she works, it works. Okay, that's very easy. You're supposed to know this. And for the questions, okay, we use do or does. For example, I work every day. Do you work every day? He sleeps every day. Does he sleep every day? Okay? Yes, he does. No, he does not. Yes, we do. No, we do not. And also for the negative, we use do not with I, we use a, and we use does not with he, she, it. You remember this? Is that okay now? This is how we use it with the present, with the question and with the negative. Good. Now we need to know some time expressions because they are important and we can see them at the end of the sentence. So when you look at the end of the sentence and you can find adverbs or time expressions like always, often, usually, never, sometimes, rarely, okay, or some other words like every day, every week, every month, every, or in the morning, in the spring, in winter, in the evening, or at the weekend, or once, twice, 3 times, 10 times a week, day, or on Monday, on Tuesday, on June, on July. These are, and this is a sign, oh, we use these words with the present simple. All this sentence should be simple present. So I can say, I always play football in the evening. Or I play football, or I sometimes play football on Fridays. Or I eat kafsa 3 times a day, or 3 times a week, and so on. So when you see these time expressions, and you say, oops, that is simple present, or that is present simple. Adverbs of frequency like always, never, rarely, yes. Actually, all of these, it's not only adverbs of frequency. They call them time expressions and time of adverbs of frequency. Good. Now let's see the present continuous. Americans call it present progressive. The British in England, they call it present continuous, but both is the same. Like, for example, if you remember, I am working, we are working, he is working, and in the question, are you working? Are they working? Are we working? And so on. And in the negative, they are not working. They are working, they are not working. And also with is, just put ing. No, it's not only ing. You have to put verb be, which is am, is, are, okay? Am or is or are plus verb and add to the verb ing. And not all the verbs, okay? It's verb here. Okay? So start with am, is, are, then verb ing. So if you have he play, so I can say he is playing. She work, she is working. All right? I eat, I am eating. And so it's like this. So we need to add am, is, are, and take the verb sleep, sleeping, work, working, eat, eating, and so on. But not all the verbs are used with the ing. There are some verbs that don't take ing, and we're going to talk about them soon. So I am working, negative, I am not working. They are working, they are not working, and that's just very easy for you. And this is the question. I am working. Are you working? Yes, I am. No, I am not. Or he is sleeping. Is he sleeping? Yes, he is. No, he is not. And the question, it is not sleeping. I am not eating. We are not listening, and so on. Now, let's remember, when we study any new tense, we have to know something very important, which is when we use the present progressive. Because I have 4 presents. I want to know, okay, simple present, we got it. We know now when we use the present simple. Now we need to know when we use the present progressive or the present continuous. We have 4 cases. 1, we use it to describe actions happening now, like what are you doing now? I'm eating now. I'm working now. I'm listening now. I'm cleaning now. I'm washing now, and so on. We use the present progressive. Okay? Like this example, Ghalia is talking to her boss right now. Okay? Or Ghalia is surfing Facebook right now. Or Ryan is watching football right now. Or Wafa is reading a magazine right now. Or Yazan is using Twitter right now, or watching something on YouTube right now. Okay? Now, it's happening now. Yeah, I'm joking. All right. So, that's one example. Also, we use the present continuous to describe temporary situations, short actions, like, I'm staying with my aunt at the moment. So if you live in Qasim and you come to your aunt in Riyadh, maybe you're going to stay 2 days, 1 day, 3 days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. So this is a short situation. You can use for this, all right? You can say, I'm staying with my aunt in Riyadh for 2 days. And here we can use the present continuous. Also, number 3, we use the present continuous or the present progressive to describe situations which are changing or developing around the present time. So something started to change. Something started to change. For example, air pollution is increasing in our city. Let's say the air pollution was 20%. Suddenly, it has become 25%. And you say, oh, there is something changing. There is something happening. There is something developing slowly. Okay? All right? Are you using Facebook or YouTube? So I was right? Oh, no. All right. You're still here. Okay. Now, number 4, we use the present progressive to talk about future arrangements. All right? Future arrangements. So you have plans. All right? Something like, I'm visiting some friends at the weekend. We can use it like this. Okay? I'm visiting some friends on the weekend. It means you have plans already. You have plans for the weekend. And you can say, I'm traveling to New York next Sunday. All right? Okay? So now we got the 4 situations where we use the present progressive. Now let's see the time expressions. You know, number 1 and always, when you see at the end of the sentence, now, or at present, or at the moment, or today, or these days, this week, this year, this month, etc., this means, oh, this is present continuous, or present perfect. Present progressive. Or we can see any next. Next week, next year, next month, sometimes. Oh, this is also could be present progressive. Tonight, tomorrow, something like this. Also, this could be present progressive. But be careful to mix between tomorrow and next, because next week and tomorrow, we use them with the future. But sometimes, at some special cases like number 3 or 4, we use this with the present progressive. For example, I am having, all right, an appointment at the dentist tomorrow. You can use it like this. Or, I'm planning, all right, I'm planning to visit my uncle next week. Okay? It means somehow like I was. It's close, you know, it's between present progressive and close to present, it's between present progressive and the future. All right? It's in the middle, in between. Okay. Now let's move on to do some exercises so I can know that you understand this like this. Now there is an exception, okay? Not all the verbs we can use them with the ing. Not all the verbs. Even though you can see this in the movies or in songs, but this is not good grammar. All right? But this is not good grammar. So not all the verbs can go with the ing or can go with the present progressive. Who are these verbs? Stative verbs like the following verbs: feel, hi Tahani, congratulations, you're very late, please come on time next time. So we got see, never used with the ing. You can say I see, we see, you see. That's for the simple present. We don't say I am seeing, she is seeing. No. Feel, hear, smell, taste, notice, seem, look. They are not used with the ing form. Also verbs of emotions like love, hate, dislike, want, need, prefer, mind. Never with an ing. So you can never, I am loving, I am hating, I am disliking, I am wanting, I am needing. No, 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 no. We always use these verbs with the simple present, but not with the ing. Also, we got verbs of perception and opinion. Okay? Know, agree, think, believe, understand, remember, forget, hope, mean, imagine. Never with an ing. Also, other verbs like be or have, own or belong or cost. We don't say costing, belonging, owning, having, being. All right? These are all the verbs. Always we use them with the simple present, but we don't add ing. Why? This is grammar. Even though you can hear it, McDonald's about I'm loving it. That's some crazy grammar. This is, just trying to be funny to make people eat it, okay? But it's not a good grammar. Now, just a reminder, these are the verbs. See, hear, smell, taste, feel are commonly used with can sometimes, okay, to indicate an action happening now. For example, I can hear. We cannot say I am hearing. It's better to say I can hear. You cannot say I am smelling. It's better to say I can smell. All right? Also, you cannot say I am tasting. She is tasting. No, it's better to say I can taste some extra salt in it. All right? You cannot say she is feeling. Sometimes it's better to say, even if you can hear it on movies or in songs, I can feel something wrong about this and so on. Okay? So be careful about such verbs, but anyway, we never use them with the ing. It's okay, sometimes we put can, but never with an ing. Let's remember the stative verbs again, which are see, hear, smell, taste, notice, seem, look, like, dislike, love, hate, want, need, prefer, mind, believe, know, remember, forget, think, or believe, or understand, or hope, mean, imagine. Also the verbs like be or have and belong or coast or own. Also, we never use them with the ing. It's always better to use them with the simple present. So you say, I forget, I think, we believe, I understand, I hope, you hope, she hopes, she believes, she knows, she dislikes, she loves, she hates, and so on. Okay? So these are all the verbs in one slide here. Good. Now let's see if your okays, okay, if your okays are okay. Hi, Omar. What a surprise to see you in a public library. What you do here so early in the morning? Question. So I need to look here. In the morning. So we use the simple present or we use the present progressive. So I'm going to say, what are you doing here in the morning, or what do you do here in the early morning? Ryan says, Ghalia says, what are you doing? Ryan says, are you doing? Are you doing? All of them, are you doing? Good. You big duffers, that's right. What are you doing so early in the morning? I don't know the page. This is a mix of all the books. Tahani. Number 2, Omar. Yeah, well, I travel to India with my present next month. Yes, Anud. Oh, Anud is here. Good. Thank you, Anud. Yes, and Ghalia. So we can say, I'm traveling to India with my parents next month, and they want. Yes. No, they know us. Okay, they want, because we don't say they wanting. Why? Because it's a stative verb. Want, no ing, always with this. Always in the simple present. Good. They want me to learn a bit about Indian history and culture. Ali, you're so lucky. I love, or I am loving, or what, to travel. Yes, Ghalia, Unud, Wafa, Yazan, you're beautiful. I love it. So, love is always without ing, so it's always in the present. To travel, but I never get the chance to go anywhere. I never getting, or I never get. That's it. It's the same thing. Okay? Always the same thing after but or and or. I never get a chance to go anywhere. Omar, so what brings you to the library? So why you're here? Oh, I'm here with my brother. We not go anywhere this summer. We are not going. I'm not going. That's right. Anu, Rayyan, and Yazan, we're not going. Let's see that. We are not going, or we aren't going anywhere this summer. This week, this summer, this, we can use it with if you remember the time expressions. So we decided to look for a job. So they are not going anywhere, so they went to the library to look for a job. We apply for a part-time job here. We apply, or we are applying. What do you think? We are applying, Ryan. Yes, Wafa. Fatima, thank you for the dot. Yes, and the dot 4. We're applying for a part-time job here. Omar, I not think I would like to work during the summer. Good luck. But good luck. Think is always a stative verb. So I do not think. Always in the present. Simple. I don't think I'd like to work during the summer. Ali, thanks. By the way, you need is a stative verb. Any help finding books about India? I'll be glad to help. Do you need? Oh, Wafa, thank you. Good. Oh, no, that's right. Are you need? No, do you need? Okay. Because need is a stative verb, and we don't add the ing. And the last one, well, by. I hope, always without ing. Always without ing. Thank you very much. That's all. That's the 3 books taken from the Traveler. Flying High, Make a Goal, as I always remember, remind you. Now, the last 10 seconds go for the voting. And remember, you can always come offline and download the video of this lesson and get some explanation. And if you still want some questions, you can come for the revision class on Saturday. All right? So you can Go back at any time, watch this lesson offline or download it offline. Try to watch it as many, and if you have any questions, prepare your questions for Saturday, because Saturday we always have review classes. We always have review classes. Thank you all for being here, especially for Yazan, Wafa, Ryan, Ghalia, Tahani, come on time, Soyu, Anud, and Fatima al-Thiri. Okay, now have a sweet, good evening.